Welcome back to Get the Facts. We continue our discussion with the Dr. Sasha Shim, Manager in the Workforce Development and Employment Division at Heart National Service Training Agency Trust. Okay, so we've been talking about finding your passion.
Yes.
But a question for you. Can you fail at your passion?
Like everything in life, there's a failure rate. Most definitely.
Okay.
But if it's something that you want to pursue, something that you are passionate about, you're not going to stop. Life happens. Just in everything else, you keep pressing on and you perfect your art. It's by failing that you really know what not to do and what to do. So definitely.
But some persons would say, okay, so if I failed, perhaps it was not my passion.
But I would say this. If you are having an issue with your child that you love dearly, and your child does not live up to your ideals, are you going to stop parenting? No. You've now learned something that the child should not do or you should not do in being a proper parent. Just like with parenting, there's no real quote-unquote book or guide to pursuing your passion. Yes, people will tell you what it is that they believe, but really your gut guides you. It helps you to know the path that you must not take and you must take. And of course, research is key. But ultimately, just like with the light bulb, we've heard the story many times, 1,000 or so tries and then he got it right. He was passionate about creating something that no one else had created. And that's what passion does. It propels you into your purpose.
Right. Okay. All right. So all positives, and I'm sure the audience will embrace that. But what about the challenges that you will face as it relates to translating your passion into becoming a job, etc.?
So there are some basic things. One, self-doubt.
Yeah.
We are our worst enemies. We are our worst critiques. We find every reason why it will not work. And it starts in the mind first because we tell ourselves we can't, even when we can. So many times our mind prevents us from moving forward. But if you overcome the doubt of the mind, you will also have to contend with your circle. Many times who you associate with can make or break you pursuing your passion. They may say, boy, that will not work. Or there are many other persons who have gone down this path and it has failed. What makes you so different? So really, who you associate with makes or breaks your desire to continue. And then your desire to really stick with it to the end. Halfway through it, you mentioned earlier, failing. You may have failed and then decide, I'm going to throw in the towel. I can't bother with this. Let me go back to the mundane. Let me go back to living. I mean, after all, I was living, but was I really thriving? I was surviving, but was I really living an enlightened life, a life of passion or purpose? So really, self-doubt, our circle, and our stick-to-itiveness, whether or not we will see it through to the end. So those are the three major things, yet basic, that cause us not to see our passion through to the end.
Okay, and what about time management?
Now, time management is critical. In a positive and a negative way. There are persons who say, oh, I have all my life to actualize my passion. But the truth is, if it's something that you really want to do, the time is now. There is no better time to pursue your happiness than now. Many of us love feeding into somebody else's dream. Sure, you heard the story about this boss that this coworker who said, boy, boss, 10 years down the line, you'll have another Lamborghini like this one. And the boss said, yes, you will help me to realize that maybe in 5. So while we are there living somebody else's passion out loud, we need to understand that the time is now to start doing your research, writing it down, seeing how is it that I can achieve what I want to achieve. Do I need to register my business? Do I need to do some business cards? Do I need to promote myself? Let persons know that, hey, I'm a great singer. Do I need to now find myself in different avenues? Do I need to put value on myself? And that is the beginning of greatness. It's the beginning of your passion being fulfilled. Also, there are persons who believe, I might be too old.
I was going to ask you about that.
One not dead, not forgotten.
Okay.
Once you're alive, you're still learning and you have an opportunity to live your life out loud. Some of the most seasoned persons in life are mature persons, and they have the experience to now know what to do. What is the springboard I need to live my passion? So age does not limit you at all. You are the limiter of yourself, really.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned somebody else perhaps doing what you'd want to do because you're passionate about that particular thing. So passion really would not be the differentiating matter. what would you do then to stand out? So you're both passionate about a particular
Yes.
thing. What would you do to stand out in that business or that area?
Excellent question. So it's finding your angle.
Oh,
so there are a lot
okay.
of great speakers, but what it is that is needed. So that's where research comes in. There might be persons who are talking about how to be a great business manager, but then you have something else. You might be able to talk about what it requires to be an excellent publicist. You're still a presenter in your own right, but your target market is different. So that's what makes the difference, really. And then it is having that winning edge. All right. So you make clothes, and your clothes is for a pregnant woman. That's a target market. While mine may be on the fluffier side for persons who are the curvy divas. So I find out what is lacking and I move towards that. But I'm still a seamstress, am I not? I'm just great at what I'm doing in my own right.
Wow, and a positive outlook. I was going to ask you about good habits. Leave with us some good habits if it is that you're a passionate person and you want to ensure that you realize your passion.
So the first thing is that burning desire that it's inside of you that wakes you up in the middle of the night. That is God knocking at the door saying to you, you have been created to do this. And the knocking won't go away, because if you have not been living your life out loud, it won't happen. One, that's one. Two, do some research. Find out how it is that you can do what you need to do in the best way possible. Think about the marketplace that you're trying to target. What is the need in the marketplace? How can I make a difference? How can I stick out? Do I need to have flyers that are color-coded so when persons see me, they remember me based on the color? And also, it's important to note you may not always make it financially initially. But if you stick with it, it will make a difference. So make sure that you keep on the line to success. Passion really is about you and nobody else. And sometimes it's a lonely road. People may not understand why you are doing the things that you're doing, but ultimately you and God know. So keep pursuing, keep the dream alive, dream it, believe it, and live your passion out loud.
You know, I actually said that was the last question, but just because you're talking and you make it sound like you're going to get the passion or fulfill it right now. What about timelines? So I want to do another sandals business. Will I get it done in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? You have a timeline in mind?
It really depends on your resources. If you have the financial will, the know-how, the support, then what is preventing you from doing it now? But if it is that you have to acquire other things, more knowledge, a support system, networking, if you need additional resources, then you now need to say, in 6 months, I'll do X. In a year, I'll do Y. But timelines keep you in line, and it allows you to do some assessment and evaluation to see, am I achieving what I want to achieve in the time frame that I want to achieve it?
Dr. Shim Hugh. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure that we will find the passion within and we will unleash it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So this has been Get the Facts. Our guest was Dr. Sasha Shim Hugh, Manager in the Workforce Development and Employment Division at Heart National Service Training Agency Trust. Find your passion, fuel it, and make it work for you. And if you think about it, life's biggest success could very well be just on the other side of your passion. Until next time, when Get the Facts brings you more information you need to know, I'm Carrie Ann Smith McIntosh.